Have you ever been thrilled with a negotiation result and found it wasn't that great after all? Have you once made a decision and, after a night's sleep, perhaps regretted it? The winner's curse describes the phenomenon that the person or company achieving the highest price in a negotiation may still lose out. This is because the person or company paid too much for the good or service acquired and it is not worth as much as initially thought. Some examples of the winner's curse are: a company buys an oil field at a very high price but then discovers that the field does not contain as much oil as expected and suffers losses as a result. An investor buys shares in a company at a very high price. However, the company performs worse than expected and the share value falls, resulting in losses for the investor. A buyer purchases a house at a very high price and then discovers defects that cost him more than initially thought. A company acquires a patent or technology at a very high price. However, the technology turns out to have little innovation or demand and does not bring significant benefits to the company. To avoid succumbing to the winner's curse, thoroughly research and know current market prices before entering negotiations. We advise setting a ceiling on the price one is willing to offer, even if you would be prepared to pay more for a particular good or service. Good negotiating skills are also crucial in avoiding the winner's curse. Do your research. Recognize the value and sharpen your negotiating skills, so you can avoid overpaying in negotiations. Sometimes a negotiation can be complex and overwhelming. Taking time out with the balcony technique, which can help you step back from the situation and gain clarity on your next steps. Please take a look at our video on the subject of the balcony for further advice. Also, suppose you feel stuck in negotiations. In that case, remember that your stakeholders are essential allies in the process. Winning over your stakeholders and having them back you up makes it much easier to say no and still feel good about the decision. Only make hasty decisions after first considering the consequences. It may be wise to sleep on it for a night to weigh up all the options and make sure you are making the right decision for everyone involved. Conduct your negotiations with thoughtfulness and respect for all parties involved. In this way, you can reach an agreement that is satisfactory for all parties, and, at the same time, preserve the self-esteem of both sides.